Cinephiles of the internet, my name's Adriana and it is that time of the week again. I am here to bring you my top 5 Wednesday video, and this week's topic is top 5 sequels. This is a lot of pressure. There are a lot of series in the world and I'm sure I am forgetting a lot of them because I feel like there are some obvious choices like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, etc. I'm just going to keep it limited to series that I have read in the past year or in the past 2 years. So let's get started. The first sequel is technically like a companion novel, but you can't tell me what to do, and I know I read it in February and you guys probably want me to shut up about this duology, but I will not. And it is Just 1 Year by Gail Forman, which, like I said, is kind of like technically a companion novel, but I don't care. I just loved it, okay? I can't stop talking about it, can't stop thinking about it. It is a very influential duology and I just really loved it. And I probably said this in my wrap-up, but it just completely sort of rehashes all the events and the themes that happened in just one day and just builds upon them, and I love it. You cannot change me. And for the number 4 spot, I could not have a list about best sequels and not talk about Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. This is my favorite book of the series by far. And I think it's because it just has all the action and intensity of the Hunger Games, but it just takes it to the next level. And I don't mean that just because the games themselves in Catching Fire are more intense than the games in the Hunger Games, but just because the relationship between the characters and the way the characters are now interacting with their society is more complex. Catching Fire is definitely worthy of making the list of best sequels. Number 3 is a book I read a couple of years ago, and it's from a series that I talk about all the time, and I'm sorry, I know you guys are probably sick of me talking about it too, but gosh dang it, when you guys are just gonna learn that it is an amazing series. And that is A Clash of Kings by George R.R. Martin, the second book in the Song of Ice and Fire series. Yep, it's good. It's good. It's really good. Things get real in Clash of Kings, okay? And yes, I do have the HBO cover of this one. And I like it. I like it better than the other one. Oh, controversy here. You can see the silhouettes of people fighting within the crown. Like, this is just a good cover, and it's a great sequel. It's just another one that I could not have excluded from this list if we're talking about top 5 sequels. Clash of Kings. I have a feeling you guys know what my number 2 choice is. This is one that I read at the end of last year, and it should be on everyone's list who has read this series, and that is Crown of Midnight by Sarah J. Maas. I read this book almost 4 months ago, and I still think about it like every day. I don't want to say anything because then I become incoherent, and I just don't. So you may be wondering what my number 1 sequel is, and this is not to say that it is like any better than any of those other ones I just showed you. Like, those are all really amazing sequels. But I have to show you guys Froy of the Exiles by Melina Marchetta. Marchetta, somebody tell me please. So this is the second book in the Lumitere Chronicles, which I read all last summer, and they are everything. So this is like a YA epic high fantasy series, and seriously, it is grossly underrated. Like, nobody ever talks about them. I need you guys to read this. If you love fantasy, please do it. Finnegan of the Rock was amazing and I loved it so much, but I mean, like, just Froy of the Exiles series just exploded. Can you tell that I'm coherent when it comes to talking about things that I like? I don't even know how to say it, okay? I just really love this series, and I cannot wait for the 3rd book, Quintana of Sharin, to come out in paperback so I can get it and complete my little series on my shelf because it is perfect. So you guys definitely need to be reading this book, and it's my number 1 sequel. Oh my god, sue me if you don't agree with me, sorry. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 sequels, and as I said at the beginning, there are probably a ton that I am forgetting, and there are just so many noteworthy sequels in this world, but those are the ones that I came up with at this time in my life, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys agreed with me on some of them. Yeah, that's all I got for you guys today, so thank you guys for watching, and I will catch you on the flip side of the page. Bye. Got a little dance at the end.
How low can you go? Can you go down low? All the way to the floor?
Okay.
How low can you go?
There's a wall here. That's why that didn't happen.